Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sarah and today we're going to try to do a monthly TBR. Let's call it Pile of Possibilities. A lot of books that I want to read to get through this month, including a bunch of ARCs, but chances are not good because I can't stick to a TBR. Okay, so I was gonna sort these into a particular order, but I have a list here, a chunk of which there is a fly in here. I gotta get this fly out. I think it's gone. We'll find out. Should never have opened that window. Okay, as I was saying, these are in no order. There is kind of an order, but I'm frankly just gonna pull randomly from the little piles next to me. I will cover the... No, it's still in here! I know for a fact it's gone this time. I saw it fly away. Pooper. Okay, I'm trying not to cuss. I have a potty mouth. This is harder than you would think. Okay, so I'm just gonna start. We're just gonna go. We're just gonna go before the fly reappears magically somehow. Okay, hold on me. Okay, top of the list. It's gonna be, we're gonna talk about the two that are on my ARC list of absolute shame. Shame upon me and not my household, but shame upon me and my bookshelves. I have not read these, and I got the ARCs like last year. So the first one is The Rise and Reign of the Mammals, A New History from the Shadow of the Dinosaurs to Us by Steve Brusette. I love dinosaurs. One of my single greatest loves is dinosaurs. Love animals and stuff, period, but dinosaurs reign supreme. That's funny. I just realized I made a pun. The first book in the series is The Rise and Fall of Dinosaurs. Anyway, I love dinosaurs. I love this sort of era, and I requested this as an e-arc last year when it came out, and I was like super pumped. And then the e-arc, I got it, and it was super long, and I didn't want to read it because at the time, I think it was only available on the NetGalley app, which I love you, NetGalley, but I hate your app. And there's pictures in it, so I was like, I'll wait and pick up the physical copy and put out a review shortly after, and here we are, almost a year later. Didn't happen. Another one. Whoops. I have the Babel e-arc back from last year before it came out. This is the Fairy Loot edition that came in, what, August? This was the first Fairy Loot book I ever got. I was like, oh yeah, I'll finally get to Babel. I'll finally read that. Nope. And I feel like I don't have to explain what Babel is because everybody and their brother knows about Babel. Usually if you watch booktube. This is Babel, the Arcane History, or there is a subtitle, but or The Necessity of Violence. So this is about a translator revolution in Oxford, in a alternate history fantastical London. Oxford's in London, right? Yeah. And the perspective of a young man there. I will get to this soon. I'm gonna get to this. I swear I will. March is gonna be my time. It's gonna be the time. Next up, we'll talk about this book since it jumped. The Davenports. This is by Crystal Marquise. This was on my anticipated list for this year, and I'm very, very pumped. I went to the library Monday. It's very shiny. Ooh. I went to the library Monday, and they had a whole bunch of new stuff I was very interested in, but I wasn't going to buy. And this was on the top of the shelves, and I was shocked, so I snatched it as fast as I could. So I'm very much excited about this. This is about, I think it's 1910. The Davenports are one of the few black families of immense wealth and status in the changing United States. And this is about the children in the family, it's like a little romance. It focuses on the romance of these kids. And I think someone I saw called it a YA Bridgerton-esque book. It focuses more on the romance and the setting and the like commentary you could make about a black family in the 1910s, which I know is Ashley's biggest qualm from the bookish realm. But otherwise, I've seen pretty good reviews. It looks like something fun and maybe light that I'll enjoy. So I'm always looking for more, especially diverse historical romance. Speaking of romance, I'll be reading episode 2 and 3, hopefully, of Criminal Intentions, season 1. I really want to get as much of this series read and on my shelf as I can in the next like 3 to 4 months. Things will be changing for us in about 4 months, so I want to get these collected before then, just because I don't know if it's going to be in the budget at that time. So these are up for read. This is a slow burn, long series about a set of detectives who work together to solve murder mysteries and the like. The first book is about a series of gay men who are being killed, and the two detectives both want to be on the case, and they're forced to work together, and the whole series kind of follows their budding romance. Okay, so the next one, let's pull from this stack. I think this is the only middle grade like novel that I have, and that's The Second Wilder Lore by Amanda Foody. I really enjoyed the first one, and this is a series of basically, it's kind of Pokemon-esque, which means I'm very much into it because I'm a Poke fan. I'm a big Pokemon fan. So this is about a young boy who is cast out of his town because, actually, you know, I can't remember. He was kind of looked down upon because his family, his parents were killed / went missing in an attack by one of the great beasts that dwell in the forest. And everybody kind of looked down on him for various reasons. And I can't remember, there was an insinuating, like an incident that got him actually cast out, and he needed to prove his worth. So he went back into the forest, and he found out about the people who tame and work with these creatures, these beasts, even though he thought they were evil. He'd been raised his whole life to believe that these beasts were demons and stuff, and he finds out he has a knack for it, and he ends up bonding with the beast. And the first book is all about him trying to find a way to break that bond, and the whole time you as the reader are like, no! And he gradually grows to love and understand this new culture, this new society he's in, and to see how he was kind of like not raised incorrectly, but raised with incorrect beliefs. And this second book is him finally being accepted as an apprentice to one of the great masters, and they go off on an adventure, and I think this is to go to the sea, where one of the great beasts, guardian beasts or whatever they're called, because there's regular beasts that you can bond with, and then there are the great beasts, like the big boy beasts, like the legendary Pokemon. And they're going to the sea, I think, like I said, to look into something that happened to another character's dad who was researching that legendary beast. I'm just going to call him that from now on. The next over here on this pile is another romance, and that is Barbarian Mind by Ruby Dixon. This is technically a reread for me. I have read almost every Ice Planet of the first series book, and as they're coming out in these collector's editions, I'm picking them up as I can. So this will be a reread. This will probably take me 1, maybe 2 sittings max. These are very super fast reads. They're very funny. If you don't know about Blue Alien Romance, I don't know whether to say good for you or you should be researching that immediately, but Blue Alien Romance, and this is the fourth book in the series. So I want to read this one. I think the next 2 are coming out this year. I think the 5th one will be out in a week or 2 in this edition, I think. So I want to get this read before that one comes. And then the 6th one comes out a little closer to my birthday in June, July. And because I'm trying to read these as I get them, and I slacked on this one, so gonna get to that. It'll be super and quick and easy. Another romance is The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. This is the Dreamland Billionaire series. This is the first book of the trilogy, and this is about a Dreamland billionaire, the main male protagonist, and a girl who submits a drunk proposal to revitalize or redo a part of the Dreamland, which is basically Disney, that he is set to inherit, and he likes it, but she was like very audacious about it. And their kind of like relationship where they start to like butt heads or something. Don't know a lot, but I know the girlies love it, and you know, I love romance, so we'll try it. Another one. This is another library pickup that I saw on Monday, and I've heard pretty good things about. The Minuscule Mansion of Myra Malone by Audrey Burgess. It's about a woman who makes YouTube videos about tiny mansions and their interior houses, doll houses, that sort of thing, and a man who watches one of her videos and finds out that the minuscule mansion she has is almost an exact replica of the house he grew up in, and they are going to come together to figure out why that is. There is a little bit of magic in this from what I understand, and I think this is written in different formats. Like, I think there might be blog posts or emails in here as well. So I am actually pretty excited about this one. I think it sounds really, really cute, and I like a little like cozy, whimsical romance number. Another romance is usually a quick read. I just haven't been in my romance mood in the past like month or so, but I usually gobble them up really fast. A change of pace, something else. I have Hooky by Miriam Bonestreeter. This is one of the like webtoons that have been turned into bind-ups. I don't know anything about it. It looks very cute, and I have seen it around in a lot of places, and I love witchy sort of like graphic novels, especially for younger audiences. I think they're really fun. They're cozy. They're great for like my mental space, just to escape somewhere cozy and fun. So I put this one on hold. I love the artwork on it. Look at this little dragon frog. Look. Oh my god. It's so cute. So I'm excited about this. I know the second one is out too, so if I really, really love this, this could be something that I might put on my shelves. Like, I might get my own copies of and put on my shelves, especially if it's something I can see myself rereading. I have to read The Two Towers by J.R.R. Tolkien, so this will be my slow read through the month because I'm going to finish the first one soon. Don't need to say much about Two Towers, I don't think, so we'll add that back into the pile. The second Husky and his White Cat Shih Tzu. I am very excited about this. The first one ended on a cliffhanger, and so I am extremely excited to see what happens. I have talked several times about what the first book in this is about. The quick and dirty is just this mortal emperor conquers the mortal realm and dies when his 30s and is reborn in the body of his 15 and 16-year-old self and vows to save the man that he loved when he couldn't save him before. But things get complicated as he begins to look at his life and relive his life as his 15-year-old, 16-year-old self, but with the mentality and insight of a 30-year-old man. And so, like, he's kind of seeing things are different. Things actually happen differently now, and his actions are subtly different, and maybe it's not the way he thought it was this whole time. So, check your trigger warnings if you're interested in it. Again, talk about my Dame vlog and another video. So, like, maybe check those videos out or look up the trigger warnings on that. This is the cursed book. This is the cursed book. This book is cursed. So I'm going to try to get to it quickly. Every time I check this book out, something happens and I have to take it back. Or if it's an ebook, I can't read it. My Kindle refuses. My Kindle's like, no, I see that's a new library book that you got. That's a new copy from the library. No. You can't have it. I'm not going to download it. So, Cursed Book, The Last Housewife by Ashley Winstead. It's about a woman who hears on a podcast, which is being run by one of her friends from college, that another friend of hers from college has been killed. I think the police rule it as a suicide, but she doesn't quite believe that, so she returns to this college town or their hometown, and with the help of a podcaster, they try to figure out what happened. Somebody described this as having a sex cult in it, and I don't know what it says about me, but it made me more adamantly interested in reading it. So, I got a physical copy again. Fingers crossed that this time I won't have to take it back in a week before I get to it. Also, in the bunch of new books I saw on the shelves was The Luminaries by Susan Dennard. This is one that I know very little about. I know there is a creepy wood. I know there's a very pretty creepy skull on the cover. And that's it. That's all I know. There's magic. It's YA. It's pretty short. So I'm going to give it a try. Anybody read this? Anybody have thoughts? Please tell me. Let's see. I think I have 2 more physical books. of Jeddah is on my list, but this is the script of the audiobook written by George Mann, so this is going to be incredibly fast to read. This is the next installment in the High Republic, and this is going to tie in pretty closely with the current run of the comics. Oh no, the fly has returned! This is going to, hold on, I'll finish talking about this, and then I'm going to chase the fly out again. This is going to tie in really closely with the current High Republic comics that are running, and ties in a little bit with the Path of the Open Hand, which was in Path of Deceit, which was the first book in the High Republic book Phase 1 line that started late last year, early this year. Now, to find this fly. Get out, please! This is technically the second book in the series, but I intend to read the first book in the series next month, called Firebreak by Nicole Corner Stace. I don't know, again, anything about this one. The summary on the second one sounded interesting, so I'm going to dive into the first one, probably blind. I might look at the first few lines of the description, but otherwise I'm not going to look too much into it. It's just a science fiction. I think they're a series of novellas, so I think the Firebreak book is also very, very short. So that one is going to be one I need to read because I want to get to the second one for the arc. And the other arcs that I have on my list are, let's see, A Beanie Song by Peter Jelly Clark. I adore Peter Jelly Clark. If you have not read any of his work, I strongly recommend it. Some of the short stories you can get for free on the Tor website. I've read everything that he's written, and this is his newest book. I am beyond excited to get to it. I also have Thornhedge by Ursula Vernon, which is T. Kingfisher, another favorite author of mine. This one, the main character is a toad. You can't get better than that. I have Mortal Follies by Alexis Hall as an arc, which is going to be on my list to read as soon as possible. The Sword Defiant, and I think the author's name is Garrett or Gareth, and I can't remember his last name, but there will be a picture here. Looks like a very, very good like fantasy epic. I think it's the start of a series. I'm extremely excited about it. The Fairy Bargains of Prospect Hill by Rowena. It's gone. Again, I'm bad with names. And again, the picture will be here. I believe those are the only other arcs that I have. I have a few other Kindle books, like In a Jam. I've been hearing amazing things about that. I have Nana by Brandon Massey, and I have Feed by Aveda Weiss. But otherwise, that should be pretty much everything that I am going to try to pick from. So like I said, these are mostly all pile of possibilities. I'm very bad at TBRs. I have, however, tried to force myself into doing it. So my reading journal spreads already have the little thumbnail pictures in there. So I can guilt myself into reading them because they're already in my journal, in my little chicken spread for the month. They're already here, so. I am emotionally manipulating myself into reading these books. Yes, that's it. That's the TBR. I'm done. I'm gonna stop talking now. I'm gonna stop talking, I'm gonna go upstairs, I'm gonna sit in the quiet, and I'm gonna read. Have you read any of these? What are your thoughts? Let me know down below. Or just tell me that I'm being overly ambitious, because boy, how am I? But that is, like I said, that's it. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you later. Bye.